Relatively sunny here in Manchester. If only we were. We're actually just in basically a spare room at my house that I've turned into an office in Manchester, which is normally not as sunny as it is today, but it's actually all right. It's looking pretty good. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Thank you so much for being here. The way this works tonight, I'm going to put some slides up in a minute actually to explain properly how this is going to work, but we're going to be live now for about an hour and a half. We're going to be sharing lots of tips and tricks that are going to help you get your show reel as an actor in front of the right people for the right reasons, how you're going to stand out for all the right reasons, things to do, things not to do. Chris is going to be showing you some reels he's shot. We're going to be critiquing 3 reels that you guys have actually put forward. Massive thanks, I'm not going to tell you who we've chosen yet, but massive thanks in advance.
Yeah, thanks to everybody who sent some amazing ones.
There's been some awesome stuff, which is great. Yeah, no, absolutely. That we've been just looking at them today. There's been some great stuff, and the ones that we've chosen, we know some of them are already amazing. We just know we can help you make them even better, which is the goal of this. People have got to have a thick skin in this industry as well, and sometimes on these broadcasts you might think this guy's being a little bit brutal, but
I'm being honest.
But it's absolutely for your own good.
It's only to improve your reels. I could just go, oh yeah, it's great, it's amazing. But actually I'm going to be honest with you and tell you how to fix it. So I'm not being mean. I'm telling you, you've got good stuff, you just wrong order or just need slightly fixing. So yeah, it's not being mean. I'm trying to help.
Yeah, sometimes.
But I am going to be brutal. I'm going to just cut through the shit and just be honest.
Yeah, sometimes you need that. I went to an event recently, in a business event in London recently with you guys. If you're into business and online marketing, will probably heard of a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk. He gave me some brutally honest advice that stung. It was like being punched in the face verbally. But I came away from it like so fired up to go, you know what? That guy is absolutely right. It wasn't easy to hear that, but it's exactly what I needed to hear. And since hearing that, I've done stuff in my own career and business that's really improved things in a very short space of time. So do follow this guy's advice, regardless of whether you think it's brutal or not.
Well, I've been brutal with you, haven't I?
Yeah.
With your scenes. I was like you did some scenes with John Sim. I was like, nope, don't need that. Cut that out.
John Sim.
John Sim. It's like, you don't need it, Ross.
Yeah.
It's got to be brutal.
Gotta be.
Every frame counts. I'm going to say this so many times, like every frame counts in show reel. Every single frame has got to be about you. Yeah,
absolutely. It's something we see a lot in show reels. People want to get other people in because they're like, oh, I've worked with this famous person, and it's not actually about them.
Nope.
It's about you. It's all got to be about you. So every single frame, like Chris says, does count. So let's throw some slides up, Chris. You check the comments out, mate.
I'm just trying to get to him.
And I'm going to go through how tonight works. If you've never joined us for Showreel Surgery, you are in for a treat. These are awesome, and regardless of whether your showreel gets chosen or not to be critiqued tonight, you're still going to learn an absolute shed load. So please do still stay on. Do take in everything that we say tonight. And if you stay on till the end, I think we're going to give a prize away, aren't we, Chris?
Yes, let's give away a prize.
Right, we're going to give away a prize. We're going to figure out what that is during this, during this broadcast. So, how to get involved tonight. Okay, if you're watching on Twitter right now or you're watching on Periscope, we are going to take time out to go over to Twitter and to go over to Periscope to look for some comments now and again. But the majority of the comments that we're going to be checking in real time are actually on the Facebook group, the Act on This Facebook group. Now, to go there, not the group, sorry, I keep saying the group, the Facebook page. The page.
Ross, get it right.
I know, we have a page and a group. Okay.
They are different things.
I am growing the page and putting out a lot more stuff on the page, so I want people to visit the page in order to actually communicate with us tonight. It's facebook.com/actonthisTV, okay? Leave your questions like you are already doing under the video that's live now. Right now, so I can see that everybody's already doing that. So thank you for being here. If you are watching on Twitter and Periscope, like I say, pop over to the Facebook group if you want to say something specific. If not, by all means, stay on Twitter. You can watch it on the feed, or you can watch it in the Periscope app. I do regular Periscopes as well on a Monday and a Wednesday night at 9 p.m. So let's still keep the Periscope audience healthy. But yeah, you can leave your comments under the Facebook post if you want to guarantee us seeing them tonight. Okay. Would love it if you would share this broadcast on social media, actors, okay? It would mean the world to me, literally. The more eyeballs I can get on this, the more helpful it's going to be for the actors watching, for me growing Acts on this into what I want it to be, which is literally the biggest, most supportive community of actors on the planet. I know that's going to take me a long time. It might take me another 15 or 20 years, but I can't do it on my own. I need your help. So if you could retweet this, if you're watching on Twitter right now, share it via Periscope. If you're watching on Periscope, you just click the 3 dots in the bottom right-hand corner and share it to Facebook or Twitter. If you're on Facebook, underneath the video, you will see a little share icon, a little arrow, and the word share. Click on that. You can copy the link, put it onto your wall, put it into other groups. Just spread the word, please. It really would mean the world to me. We do these things for free to help as many people as we possibly can. Tonight, this is how it's going to work. Chris is going to choose 3 show reels that have been submitted via Facebook and Twitter. He's already chosen those guys, so don't tweet as your reel now. It's already been done.
It's too late now.
It is too late. He's going to diagnose each reel, because he is the show reel doctor, as either critical, must be kept under observation, or in good health, okay? And he's then going to prescribe the best medicine he can to get each reel back to fighting fit, okay? And regardless of whether yours critical, have we got any? I don't want to give it away. Have we got any criticals tonight?
I was just writing them down now.
We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
Yeah.
But regardless of what bracket they fall into, we're going to be able to help you, okay? So don't worry about it. There's a Twitter hack article that I want people to read after this. I'm going to put this up in a bit as well. If you go to actonthis.tv, which is the main website for Acts on This, there's a show reel hack that we're going to talk about. If you hear us talking about Twitter hack tonight and getting your show reel on Twitter, you can go and follow up on what we're going to talk about tonight over on actonthis.tv. Go to the website, open the menu, and just search for Twitter, and you will see that on the site. But we'll give you more information on that in a bit. So, going to jump back on camera. Chris, as always, before we start, I can see he's got a whole page of
notes of
notes
things
here
that have happened or stuff to talk about.
Yeah, give us some updates. This is where Chris's knowledge.
Welcome to the news desk, a world of show reels.
What's been happening?
What's been happening
since
in the world
last
of
show reels?
Well,
what's been like really exciting you in the world of show reels, and what's been doing your head in?
What's been doing my head in? Headshots. Okay, you can have the best cut show reel in the whole world. It could be really tight, it could be really short, it could be really punchy, but then not having a strong headshot to start off with just lets the whole thing down. So you need a really good headshot, not just a Facebook picture or something like that. Get a professional headshot done. I've done a number of show reels recently, and I've had to very diplomatically say to a couple of actors going, this is a great show reel, but I don't think your headshot's that strong. I'd advise going and getting a new one done. And my personal recommendation, your recommendation, Tony Blake is the man. So quite a few of the actors that I've done show reels for recently have gone to Tony Blake, and their headshots are phenomenal. And it's just the cherry on top. Remember, it's the first image that people are going to see of your reel. It's so important to have your headshot first. We've discussed this before on show reel surgery. If your name's like Sam something or other, that could be a male or female name, and you don't have a headshot at the beginning, then who is it on the first person on screen? So you need to show a headshot at the beginning. So get a decent, high-quality headshot, pay the money for it. It's worth every penny. Use it at the beginning and end of your reel.
It's just as important as your reel.
Yeah,
no, it really is. So at the start of your reel, we always recommend that you have a 2-second shot of your headshot with your name next to it. Yeah. And that's so. As Chris said there, if your name was Sam Jones, okay, that could be a boy or a girl.
It's Flash Gordon, isn't it? Sam Jones.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Play Flash Gordon.
Well, if your name was Sam Jones, Flash Gordon, and your first scene opened with more than 1 or 2 or 3, 3, 4 actors in it.
Who's Sam?
Then we're like, well, who's Sam? It could be a boy, could be a girl. We don't know who this is. So if you flash your headshot for literally just 2 seconds at the start with your name, we're instantly clear on who we are looking for in this first scene. If your headshot is bad, and we've seen some bad headshots. Really just taken on like a camera phone or something like that, just bad stuff, then it doesn't queue up your reel for the expectations for your reel. Okay, it's just as important. So if you're getting a new show reel edited or shot from scratch, I would recommend you get your headshot done, brand new headshot as well, if it's not currently up to scratch.
That also goes for recent, because I've done some reels, or I've seen some reels recently that have been great reels. But then the headshot, it's been a great headshot, but it's been so old that the person doesn't look like that anymore. So the opening image doesn't match the rest of the footage. So, Make sure it's up to date. Make sure it's good quality. It's, you haven't got long to sell yourself to casting directors, so literally every frame counts. Again, said it again. So make sure that headshot is really strong, and just your name and headshot at the beginning. Don't overstuff it with putting spotlight and all the other details. Don't need to know that straight away. That's overstuffing, too much information. I always put them at the end. And the casting director can just pause and write down all the information. Don't overstuff them at the beginning.
Yeah, that's a
key thing.
Good call. Shout out to Edward Hall. John Healy's here.
I've done a show with Edward Hall, a couple actually.
There you go. Michelle is here as
Hello,
well.
Michelle.
Claire Jones from uni. Claire was like one of my my main people at Manchester Met when I was at drama school. Claire, big shout out to you. Thanks for being here. David Lawrence is here. Used to have a headshot at the top of my reel, then heard a couple of casting directors say they didn't like that. Or montages. Montages, definitely, David. We definitely don't like those. It's interesting, David, because you're in the States and we're in the UK.
Yeah.
Maybe casting directors have slightly different tastes.
There is slightly, and it can go for slightly longer, because I've cut a couple for American actors, and they actually can go up to 5 minutes.
Because you guys have a sizzle reel, like a minute.
Reel. So I've got a couple of sizzle reel for American actors, so it's slightly different in America. There you go.
It's interesting, but maybe we'll be talking about your reel, David. in a little,
maybe not. You have to stay tuned, won't you?
In a little while.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Absolutely. So, Chris, what else then?
Promote your reels. This is a big one. You may have the best reel in the world, but if you're not promoting it, then what's the point in having it? I know I've done a few reels for people in the last 6 months, and I've looked at their Twitter and Facebook, and it's nowhere to be seen. They haven't put it out or online anywhere. What's the point in having a reel?
I think it's fear. I think
it's fear. It's fear. Yeah, I know it's fear.
This is what most actors go through. I coach so many actors on mindset, mental game, and really getting themselves in a peak state of being to actually be an actor and promote themselves and actually get in front of the people they want to get in front of. And so many people procrastinate by collecting things like, okay, I've got to get my Spotlight membership. Okay, I've got to get my headshot done. I've got to get my reel done. And then once they do this with voiceover. David, you're a voiceover artist. You'll see this all the time. I know David coaches people in VO. I work nearly every day as a voiceover artist, and I help people kind of enter the voiceover industry. And so many people want to procrastinate, and they're like, oh, well, I'll do it when I've got my voice reel done properly. I'll promote myself then. And they go through all these stages, spend loads of money, and that voice reel sits on their hard drive on their computer. They might play it to their mum and dad, and they're like, oh, it's lovely, darling, well done, that's really good. But it sits there and it never earns them a penny, because they're just on the cusp of like jumping off that cliff into an unknown abyss, but they just don't have the courage to do it. So many actors are the same. They're like, I've got this. I think it's all right. My mum says it's all right, but what if the casting directors think it's shit? What if they never see me? Oh my God. And they just are too afraid to put it out, or they have a lack of education of where to put it out. So we are telling you the places to put your reel out now. Chris, go.
YouTube. That is right. So each platform, I'll break it down now, has got a slightly different audience and market. So here we go. YouTube is Johnny Everybody. Anybody can watch that. It's not the greatest, the highest quality, but literally anybody in the world can watch it. It's dead accessible. You can watch it on phones. You can watch it on desktops. Okay, so that's YouTube. Vimeo is one of my personal favourites. It's where I store all mine, and you can see all of my work on Vimeo. It's the highest quality one. Oh God, that was a bit.
The codec on Vimeo, the video codec, which is the technology
visually
behind it, is a super
stunning.
high quality.
So it's going to be as close to the master, so you're not going to lose any sharpness really. And the beauty of it is you can go and download it at any point. So if you download the Vimeo app on your phone, for example, okay, so I was in Marseille last year, and at the film festival, big film festival, and there was a big guy from Fox, and he was talking to me about a web series that I'd done, Blood and Bone China, and there was no internet in the cinema to show him the trailer. So I ran back to the hotel, got on the Wi-Fi, and I could download the trailer from Vimeo straight to my phone, so it's hard copy on my phone, ran back and could show him in the cinema. So, he's got access almost 24/7 to your reel that you can download it again, which is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. So if you've had your reel cut by Chris, for instance, and it's and you get the files off him, you upload it to Vimeo, you can show it to people when you've got access to the internet. You can also download it if, for instance, you're on a train. You should always have a hard copy on your phone.
Well, that's happened to me. I had, this is why I tell everybody, make sure that you got a hard copy on your phone, because I had a important meeting. It was about 5 or 6 years ago. With a producer from LA, and we're in the bar. He flew over to England, and I went to show him my reel there was no Wi-Fi and no no 3G, and it was on edge, and I could not stream the bastard reel, and I had to leave it on the side loading up for an hour, which was incredibly embarrassing. So now I always carry my reel as a hard copy on my phone, so I can literally go, "Oh, you're a filmmaker, Chris. Oh yeah, this is the sort of thing that I do. You need to be able to do that." Go, "Oh, I'm an actor. Okay, yeah. Oh, by the way, this is what I do."
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always there, ready to go.
Other places for your reel. Twitter, you can only have a 2 minute and 19 second cut of your reel. So in the UK anyway, I know David, in the US your reels are a bit longer. In the UK particularly, casting directors, and I've interviewed nearly every single one of them on actsonthis.tv, the biggest casting directors in the industry, all say the shorter the better, basically. Anything over 3 minutes is too long.
Yep.
We have cut that down to 2 minutes and 19 seconds for Twitter, so it can be uploaded natively to your Twitter feed. It isn't a link to YouTube. It isn't a link to Vimeo. It's actually uploaded to a tweet. It plays automatically when people look at your Twitter feed, and it just gives them instant access. That has to be 2 minutes and 19 seconds, though. It can't be any longer. So all reels now, I mean, my main reel, I only have one cut, really, of 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Then I have a 1 minute cut of my reel. Which we're going to show later. Which is for Instagram. Instagram allows you to have 60 seconds of video on Instagram. It's going to be a huge platform for actors. Already, there's literally, I think the last time I checked earlier this month, there was over 3 million posts on Instagram with the hashtag ActorsLife. Instagram is becoming a bigger and bigger platform. Facebook now own Instagram. If you are not developing an audience and attention on Instagram, you need to start doing it now, because I guarantee you in 2 years' time, you're going to wish you did.
Yeah,
you wish you'd already started. 1 minute, we call them hashtag Insta-Reels.
I've already cut quite a few.
Chris has already cut quite a few.
We'll talk about Insta-Reels a bit more in detail, because they're quite hard to cut. Much harder than normal. But yeah, we'll talk about that.
Talk about those later on.
Hey, what's new in the comments, Ross?
So in the comments, I can see David saying basically they let perfection get in the way of shipping. It's absolutely true, David. So that's like anything in business. People want to perfect a product before they ship it and release it. It never gets shipped. People are like that with their reels. Good evening to Dawn as well.
Dawn, hello, Dawn.
And great advice on shorter cuts for different channels. Yeah, so don't. The world of social media has changed a lot over the last few years. Not every channel is the same. The audiences are different, and the content you've got to put out on those different channels is different. You can no longer have a one-size-fits-all video show reel for every platform and just go, I'm going to upload this to Facebook, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and to Vimeo, and to Twitter, and to Instagram. It's all going to be the same. It isn't going to work, okay? And also, one thing I want to say, if you've got your social media accounts, your Twitter linked to your Facebook, and your Facebook linked to Instagram and things like that, please get rid of that link. Okay, if you're going to post to Twitter or Instagram with loads of hashtags, you don't need those necessarily on Facebook. If you're going to post a long thing on Facebook and you try and put it out on Twitter, you're only going to get the first 140 characters of it. Please unlink your accounts and be more creative and take some more time to actually, mold your message for the right audience, for the right platform. It's just lazy, and it's also very inefficient at getting your message across. I'm just not a fan at all.
I've got one more point. On Twitter, try and have your Twitter handle as close to your actor name as possible so people can find you. That's like a big thing. Lee Petcher was around when we were shooting the show reel, and his old Twitter one used to be at Trez Small or something like that. Yep. So I got him to change it to at Lee Petcher, so it's easy to find. Even when I'm tagging actors in scenes, I always go at whatever the actor's name is, but it's like, oh no, it's not that. So I've got to do a whole search to try and find the actor, to find out, and it's something ridiculous like at Monkey Banana 7-3. I'm saying that now, it's just random, but it's a completely random thing that doesn't connect you. So make it professional and try and get as close to your acting name. I know it might have gone, but you could have at Ross Grant's actor, or do you know what I mean? Get as close to your name as possible. Don't have something completely random like at Red Orange, or I don't know, something like that. That's
let's not have little Miss Drama Queen 92 or something like that. Let's not have that.
Yeah, make it professional. What else have we got in the comments?
Tommy's here. Says Tommy's loving showreel surgery. Lindsay says, chaps, I may have to leave early. Can I catch later? Depending on what happens, there might be a recording or not. It depends on what Chris's critique is like. Sometimes I understand critique of showreels is sensitive. It can then live on the internet forever.
It's going to be brutal.
And some people don't want their showreel in its current form living on the internet forever. I completely appreciate that. One thing, because this is something that's a serious thing to talk about. Okay, we're going to play your showreels tonight, and if I do a replay, if I do a replay, it will go behind like a membership wall on actonthis.tv. Okay, so only people who are members of Act on This will get to see that. But if you have your reel cut by somebody else, and we're going to talk about this later because someone's reel we're featuring tonight is uploaded to someone else's YouTube channel, you lose control over where your show reel is displayed. And you might have a cut from 2012, 13 that's still living online that could be shit, just to put it bluntly. You might not be a very good actor at the time, you might have had not much experience, and then your 2017 reel is great. So you want that one to be out there. A casting director comes along, Googles you, and finds a 2012 version of your reel that you can't take off the internet because you don't have access to that account. So please be careful who you let upload your show reel to where, okay? And make sure that if you are allowing someone, because it might be a piece of work you're proud of and you're happy for them to upload, that they are, in agreement with you that if you ever want that to come down, they will take it down for you. Because if I upload your reel tonight in its current form on a replay publicly, and then we give you critique to go away and you make it miles better, you might be like, Ross, I don't want that version of my reel out there for people to watch. So I respect that. So that's why there might not be a replay. But if there is, I will put it behind a membership wall so the public can't get access to it.
Which also leads me on to another point is don't leave your old show reel on your accounts. So recently I've just done a show reel for an actress and she's still got her 2014, 2013 reel. And they were the first ones that came up when I went to just check on her reel to see how it was looking on the internet. You're going, oh, right, if I was a casting director and I was searching for this actress, her old reel, which wasn't particularly great, came up. So just delete them or set them to private. Actually, set them to private. Then they're always there, and you can go back and compare and go, oh, look how far I've come. This is what I do with my old reel. I set it to private, so it's always still there. So I can go back and go, oh yeah, I've developed, I've come along. But yeah, don't make it public for people to see.
Awesome. We've rabbited on for a long time now. We're going to start the reels.
Let's start the reels.
Before
Ross.
We do, hello Anna, hello Sam Rushton, you say. So
Hello,
bit
Sam.
of Chris and Ross on a Sunday early evening. My fave kind of Sunday sass. So Chris, who have we chosen first of all? Are you going to tweet them to let them know if they're not here already?
I will try and tweet them.
Try and give them a little tweet so they know we're talking about them. Who have you chosen, Chris?
Eloise Black.
Eloise Black.
Eloise Black.
Eloise
Black. I had to write your name down phonetically so I pronounced it right.
Are you here, Eloise Black? Because if you are...
we said that together. Are you here, Eloise Black?
Drop me a comment in the Facebook comments now. Drop me a tweet. I'm going to just check in on Twitter, see what's going on. And then later on, I'll check on Periscope.
Some lovely comments on Twitter as well. Yeah, that's all good. All good. Okay, should we?
Excellent. So tweet Eloise or Eloise. Give me a Facebook comment.
I can't tweet her right now. So
give me a Facebook comment, Eloise.
Somebody find Eloise. Can somebody tweet her? I'm trying to juggle a million.
What's her Twitter account?
Well, hopefully it's at Eloise Black.
Well, that would be
after we've said all this. Then watch it not be.
It would be helpful, wouldn't it?
Okay, I'm trying to find her. Or somebody tweet her.
I can see Lawrence Ward says hi, guys. I'm just gonna entertain the troops.
Okay, entertain the troops. Well, let's talk about something else. Make your first clip on your show reel the closest to you, to your casting type. So I did a reel for somebody else then recuts the reel to a shorter version, and they end up using another clip of them that wasn't their casting type first. And I got in touch with this person just as a courtesy, going, you've used that clip and your main cast type isn't villain. Let's be honest. Don't put that first. Put the friendly... Well, it's Lee Petcher. Okay. Hi, Lee, if you're watching. You know this. We had a nice friendly conversation about this. So make sure the first clip is the one that's absolutely closest to your casting type. So Lee is the happy-go-lucky, slightly inept with women. He's probably not in real life. Not saying you are. You're probably proper
he's a smooth criminal in real life.
Criminal. Yeah, he's got all the ladies as the patch. But yeah, not the villain. But so don't put that first. So make sure the first clip is the closest to you, and don't use an accent for your first clip. So make sure it's in your natural accent. So if we started a clip with someone doing an Irish accent, but they're not actually Irish, the casting director is going to think you are Irish. So natural accent and you're closest to your casting director. Did you find it?
I've found Eloise. I've tweeted her. Eloise, if you're here live now, you get to see this. If you don't, we're going to play it anyway.
We're going to play it anyway.
So this is Eloise's reel. You're probably going to enjoy the first scene. It's an interesting one to say the least. But enjoy this, and we'll see you when it's finished.
Everything okay? Yeah. I just needed to run something by you.
Yes?
Mr. Davenport, the patient complaining of lower back pain.
Oh, yes.
Well, I did the standard rectal examination and...
And?
Well, I found...
What did you find?
a hairbrush. And a toy car.
What went in first?
Sorry?
Forget I said that. Well, refer Mr...
The thing is, Doctor, Mr. Davenport has concerns about the paper trail this may leave on his record. His wife is a consultant surgeon.
Well, he should have thought of that before he started shoving inanimate objects up there, shouldn't he?
I'll let him know the bad news.
Oh, and he'd best just pray that Mrs. Davenport isn't doing the procedure herself.
How did it go? Do you feel more normal now?
They shouldn't define us, should they?
What shouldn't?
Our problems.
But what would you talk to your friends about? How would a stranger describe you to someone? What would your partner love about you?
Like your eye.
Baby, listen.
Fuck you.
Don't be like this.
Be like what? What am I supposed to think when you're acting so fucking elusive?
Well, I'm being elusive. You're the one who came back at the crack of
I'm the
dawn.
one who's been sitting here thinking you've been in some kind of accident. And it's not all about you. What if I needed you, Adam?
Why Africa?
What do you mean, why Africa?
Well, why did they send him there?
I don't know. He's in some regiment. They shipped a whole lot of them out there to kill those invaders.
You mean the Germans, Jessica?
Yes, the Germans, Harriet.
You don't know much about this war, do you?
I don't really care. I know as much as I need to.
You'd care if they dropped a bomb on this house.
Only have you in it, dear sister.
Very funny.
So there is Eloise's reel, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I thought the first scene was
Very funny.
very entertaining. Chris, you're the doctor. What
The
are you?
doctor is in the
Well, first of
house.
all, what is it? Are we critical, under observation, or in good health?